Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I was thinking that when someone wins, it would be nice if the winning move was highlighted, because at the moment it doesn't do anything. For instance, for kids, if you're trying to teach a kid this game, they could see when it's free in the line by which moves are highlighted. Now I could either turn them black or just turn them some other color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them a lighter color. So what I need to do is I just need to add some new class. I'm going to change the colors. Specifically, I'm going to change the yellow. I'm going to add 2 new colors. Okay, I'm going to do that now. Let's just delete that and then them other colors. So you got red one, yellow square, and yellow one. So the colors are slightly different. So now let me just check something. I'm going to talk about how we're going to find 4 in a row. Now let me just bring this board over and I'll talk about it. Now whenever I move to make 4 in a row, it's always the last move that causes that 4 in a row to be completed. So if it's pink to play, and I play there, I've got 4 in the line here. It's that last move that caused the 4 in the line. So when I'm checking for 4 in the line, I don't have to check all of these. So all I have to do is check that square. And what I want to do is, I need to check which direction the 4 in the line is. Okay. So what it is, I know there's 4 in a line somewhere. I know it's this square. Now, which direction is it? So if I know the direction, and I know which square it is, from there I can work out exactly which squares are the 4 in the line or 5 in the line or whatever. Okay? Like even though I'm playing 3 in the line, say if I was playing 4 in the line and someone got 6 in the line, I'd like it to highlight all 6. And this will do, this way what I'm going to do will do that. Okay? So to do it, we're going to use functions that already exist, or we're going to copy and paste them. So we're going to go in this class and we're going to make some new functions in here. So what we're going to do is, we know exactly when there's a win. When it's the computer's turn, we know there's a win by this here. So what we can do is, we can put something in here to test for the win. So we're going to put that in now. So we're going to hijack the results, and we're going to, before it does anything, in fact, let's create a variable called winner and make it be an array. Let's just put it here. Okay, so we're gonna get the winners in an array. So this is virtually saying if there's a win, right? What we have to do, we have to set the winner equals this. I haven't created this function yet, but we're going to make a function called get winner. It's going to take the best move and the side to play. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a function, and it's going to return. It's going to find the winner. It's going to put them in a array. Then we're going to have the winners in the array, right? But we're going to have to do one more thing. We're going to have to. It's not going to include, because obviously, how we're going to work it is, say if that square, say if there's 4, it says winner, and that's the square. We're not going to look at that square. We're going to look this way, and we're going to look that way, and we're going to know the direction. We're going to know the direction, so we're going to look that way, and we're going to look that way. So we're going to get these squares in the array, and we're going to also get them squares if there's any that way. But we're not going to get this one. So because of that, I'm going to add that one in the array. After it gets the rest of them, it's going to add that in the array. So that's how far we can go at the moment. Okay. So this function called best is not created yet. I mean, find winner is not created yet, so we're gonna have to create it. Okay. That method there is getting quite big. I'll put it at the bottom of here. Right, we've got find winner. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna declare something to return the result. It's gonna be array. And then, as I said, before we can do anything, we know the side. We know what move. We know the move because we know, but we need the direction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another function to get the direction. Okay. So we can do let dir equals this dot. Just call it find 4 in a row. And let's just say that takes the square and the side. And let's just change that to square. Because that's all it is, a square. Let direct equal 4 in the side. We haven't created that yet. Okay. So after we create it, we have to do something. But this will give us the direction. Because we need to find the winner. Find the winner. But we need the direction. So this let direction equal find. And we're gonna have to create this method. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do that too. We're gonna create that. And we're gonna already have a method like it. So eventually we're gonna copy some other methods. And find 4 in a row. It's going to be a copy of it's going to be a copy of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Let's just copy that. In fact, let me just delete that. Let me just paste that in. And let's call it fine. Let's just do that. So what we want is, we just want this to return the direction. That's all we wanted to do. So what it is, how before it would come here, when it found 4, remember we already know that this is a 4. We already know that this one is the winner and it's 4. So we don't have to check. We already know that. All we want is the direction. So all we have to do is, when it breaks here, that means it's found 4, and we just want the direction, which is this. So if I just change that to return dir, this will return us the direction without doing us anything else to it. That's all we have to do to it. Okay. And we already know that there is a 4 in a row here, so therefore this will find us the direction. So all we have to do is use that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So imagine that now we've got so this will give us the direction. We've got 4 in a row. Let me just do that. We've got 4 in a row. We've got the direction. So now we've got the direction, we've got the side, we've got the square, and we've got the side. So we should be able to find all of the moves, right? So how are we going to find them? We're going to have to copy another method, and this time we're going to copy this one here. All right. Oops, keep that open. So I'm going to put that one underneath here. And all I have to do is, and then we've got a new method. Now, this one here, we're only interested in finding, we just want it to return. We know, we just want it to return the array. So what we do is, I'll open up a board and show you. Say for instance we land on this square. Say if we land on 65 and we know the direction, which is here, this way and that way. We do not want to check this first square. So what we do is, we take this line here and we put it take that and we put it there. So before it checks, it increments it, so it never checks the first square. Okay. So it will never check that first square, it will only check these, so it will return that. In this case, it will return that, and it will return that and that, but it will never return that. So what we do is, if board equals that, break, else that. So what we need to do is, we need to get a put of result. We need to get this to return the array. So we can do that. Instead of doing found plus plus, we just want to store that amount. So all we have to do is you can replace that with result and we're going to push in that. We can delete this, we don't really care about that. So all this is going to do is it's going to get a result thing, it's going to do that and that. Let found equal naught. We don't even need that, but anyway, while board not equals to board that, and it will jump forward 1 square and then it will check if that is equal to us. So what I'm going to do is I need to change something on this. Okay, I need to just change the parameters. Whoops, I was looking at the wrong thing then. Nothing's wrong with the parameters. Okay, I'll leave them as they are. But anyway, start square, direction, and us. Okay, it will fill the array, then it will return that array. Okay. So what we need to do is now is go back to this. We've got the direction. In fact, I've lost myself. 1 sec. Okay. I've done something wrong, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. So, before I go back to this find winner, we've got this is just to store something. Find 4 in a row, that will give us the direction. Now that we've got the direction, we've got the square, the side, now we can use that thing that we just created. So we just need to, let's just put all this in. So we just need to fill the proper variables in. So square, direction, and that will be side. And we want to check in the other direction. So it's just going to be the same thing but -1. So let me just do that. And let me just do multiply by -1. Okay. So now we just return the results. And we should have that find winner should give us all the information that we wanted. So if I go, if I go back to here, winner equal find winner, that will give us the things that will push it on. So what I'm going to do is, I just want to test this. So what I'm going to do is result. I'm going to add a new property to this. Result dot winner equals. I just want to test it. So it's going to be winner. So if there's a winner, it's going to add a new object to this property, so we can check it. So what I'm going to do now is I've finished all that. So now I'm going to go ahead and test it. Okay. So you just have to wait for someone to win. Okay, it didn't work. As you can see, it only added the last one, so something went wrong there. Okay, so it's returned 0, 0. So I'm gonna have a look at this one first. Found equals 0. So what it is, found is equal to 0, and I should have took this out because I don't think that's doing anything. And if I took it out, I probably would have noticed that I made a mistake. So if I copy that, in there, then it should now. Then that's one mistake that's fixed. So let's check this again. Now this is the win. Now that has worked. Now it's returned 16, 17, and 16. And the square that caused the win is this one. And the direction was mod1. So it worked. Now it's only adding it to our object so that we can test, so that we can see the win. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to do something else with it. I'm going to loop through it. I'm going to change it into, I think, the border, I think it's 2. So I'm going to change it into 2. I just want to test something. So what's going to happen now is, when it wins, every square that has got a win on is going to change the value to 2. Okay, I haven't got the border on this, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to use the number, but I can't remember what the border is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm sure it's 2, but anyway. So what it's going to do is, when it wins, it's going to change whatever's winning square into 2. I just want to test something. Okay, so let's see what happens. It's always going to win the same way. So it's always going to be them 3 squares. It's going to win now. As you can see, they're not defined for anything. So what it is, nothing. I don't think anything else is set to 2 because I think 2 is the border. So how do we change that? Now, how do we fix that? How do we get that to show the win? It's not that simple because we've got the side. We've got to consider the side as well. For instance, if I was just going to turn them all black, I could just say if it equals to 2, just make them black. But I want to make it light yellow and light red. Okay, let's see how we can do this. So we have to work backwards. Go to the render. I think they're controlled here. Build main GUI. So it's underscore build main GUI. If you look in here, you get its settings from get board, and then it just does all. We don't have to trouble any of that. We just have to look at get board, and if we look at get board, what do we see here? We see constant board equals that, size equals that, and then that's where it sets it here. So what we could do is we could add something here saying if the value equals to 2, then we can get the side. That's what we could do. We could do if the value equals 2 and if the side is, because obviously in here, where's the enum? I'm getting lost there. Here's the enum. We've got the side here. So we can get the side so we know which color to do it. Okay. Now to be honest, there's a simple way to do it. But I'm just showing you that there's if I was that's the beauty of these frameworks like React is you tend not to write spaghetti code. So sometimes you can go down this path to say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then you think to yourself that's too hard, and then you think to yourself, wait there, what am I doing? I don't have to do all this hard stuff now. How you do it is because the game is already won. You can set this to anything. You can set it to. You don't have to set it. I don't have to. I'm not limited to what I can set it to. I can set it to 2000. I can set it to anything I want. So I can make it do the work here. So what I can do, from here, it knows what the side is. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do that. So if the side is red, that's what that means. The red is 0. If the side is equal to red, it's going to set it to 4. Otherwise, it will set it to 5. Okay? Now, if we go back to that border, if we go back, because this, if I want, whichever way I wanted to do it, I'd have to come here and look. If we go back to here, this could start setting from this enum color board I. So if we go to here, this enum color board 4 and 5, I don't think they're defined in there. So let me have a look. Can't find it. Here it is. So 4 and 5 are 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have to put 2 more spaces in 4 and 5. So all I have to do is I have to just find red, which is this. 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to find the other one which is yellow. Where is yellow? So even though on my board I've got red, yellow border, I can, because the game is finished, I can change them boards to even 1,000,000 or 1,000 because the game is finished, and the only way we're going to start it again is by resetting. So it doesn't matter what I change it to at this stage. So when I put this last one in, so now, without me doing anything else, when it renders, it will get the GUI. The GUI will come to here and say get board. Let me shut that, it's going to be crowded. And that get board, will, the color, we just added a color, so it will get them the numbers 4 or 5 will put in, and therefore it will add this class. So therefore it will show the new colors. Okay, so let me give this a try. So can you see? Now let's try it with yellow. We just have to set the side to make yellow go first. And then yellow can win for a change. What happened here is it's a bug with this system. Let me just refresh it. Because I pressed the button too soon, it thinks that I was going to an infinite loop. And as you can see, it turned light yellow as soon as you won. Okay, so now whoever wins, it will get highlighted on the board who won. So let's put that back to that color. I've pressed it too soon. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video now. Thanks for watching the video. Until next time, bye.